The late dirt model race here at Dremlin Motor Speedway. This is gonna be kind of fun. And it looks like I'll have to start with practice, but I might start the next session. So let's go ahead and start qualifying here.
Let's go!
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty fun, exciting action. We're actually here at the Motor Speedway. Here, I believe, in Dremlin, California.
Alright, that's our run. Back her down.
There we go. That's okay. So we did, however, started Dremlin, starting 17. Actually, we didn't do too bad. Yeah, so right now the goal is to finish in 22nd. The goal of the position is 22nd. We're at Dremlin Motor Speedway. Let's get this race started. Jones is up in the top of the spot. Mark Hunter's in the back. Tony Stewart is the pole winner, and he captured the pole position. So let's catch Tony Stewart in this race. BGH Racing, and let's have some fun.
Coming to the green, driver. Almost ready. Green out, let's go. Stay low.
This is how it really becomes the dirt model race.
Still there. Outside. Got a car high now.
Still under catching up, which is really good. If you haven't seen that yet, it's actually quite intense. Sitting in the 15. Ooh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, and then sitting in the 13. Oh, boy. This is how dirt racing should be raced.
Stay on the bottom.
Oh, hello. I got one on that one.
Hold your line. Got one outside. Clear high, bud.
This is like,
All clear.
it's tough to do the dirt race, but
Careful.
it's kind of fun now. Although I have to imagine that's what you got to really pay attention to. I'm actually in the green, watching behind. Oh, I got wide. I got way too wide on that turn. I got way too wide. Coming into the turn like that, that was bad. I came into the corner. I definitely did not expect that. I didn't expect this to happen, so we're definitely looking at the corner. That's how I had to do the apex. This is how they kind of do side drift racing. That's why they're really good at it.
All clear.
This is stage 1, 30 laps.
Got a combo now. You got room. You're clear. Are there on your outside. All the way to the wall. Are there on your outside.
And that's why you kind of you have a tendency to just kind of get underneath.
Hold your line. Got one outside. All clear.
That's why you have to kind of grip into the dirt there, and that's why you have to really make it those turns. It's really tough. I really don't know how I had to curb it, but it's really tough to turn. That's why you have to kind of use the brake, use the acceleration, and use the brake. To do the side drifts, it's really kind of an easy trick. You just have to kind of come into those turns like it's butter. That's why he's so good.
Still there. All
And that's why I don't know. I mean, I really haven't had any luck though. That's where I kind of do it. Late dirt model, I think this is kind of one of the extra levels. That's why you kind of have a guy doing this in the turn. That's why you have to kind of edging your way on that turn. But that's why you kind of have to really kind of watch for those turns, and that's why you kind of have to really watch your speed as you're coming into those turns. That's why you don't do it. And I'm actually in this car right here. It's really looking good, but it's actually the turns that really kind of make it hard to navigate. But when you're actually in the gas like that, that's why you kind of have to really outside. That's why you kind of have to really use caution when you're coming into the turns like that. And that's why, you know, for me, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good setup for the race. Now we're actually into lap 17 of 30. So we got about 12 laps to go. Or 14 actually, this will be 13. This is the first stage of the race. And
Still there.
but yeah, that's tough to turn, but you have to kind of you have to catch up with like most drafted cars like this. That's tough.
Inside. 10 laps to go.
And that's why you kind of have to really watch your turns as you're coming in. Don't forget to comment down below if you have to. You can comment this video if you want to. It's gonna be a special live broadcast. This is the NASCAR Heat 5 live here tonight. And you can tell the difference right here. The graphics are really neat. So I can get close. I mean, I'm already in the top 20.
Car there on the inside. All clear.
That's why you have to really pace yourself a little bit more. That's why you gotta get down. Okay, that's fine.
Car there on the outside. All clear.
That's good. Alright, I'll press around. So definitely, you can tell this is a good turn. You can tell this is how I had to drift the turns. That's why you kind of have to really watch when it comes to those turns like that. Because you don't want to get yourself stuck in a little more trouble. That's why every driver has a problem getting into turns like that. That's why you have him like coming into those turns like that. You don't want to have a spin out because the car to turn, because the car not to turn. That's why you have to kind of really have a little more confidence in the level.
Careful. All right, you're clear.
And that's why you come into those corners. They can easily spin out usually.
All right, you're clear. Inside.
It's a tight battle, but you're still gonna have to fight your way to the top 20. I mean, this is gonna be really good. Oh boy. Oh, he wanted to be such a smart aleck. Is that so?
Careful, still there.
Yeah, he wanted to get loose.
Car outside.
That's why I didn't want it. Why I did not want to keep loose. He definitely wanted to try to go for the bottom though. And that's why he, okay, that's so good. Alright, I finished top 20, 13 spot, yes. And, I'm really surprised I ended up ever doing better. This will be the yellow flag.
All right, be smart out here. Going green. You ready?
You can tell those ruptured tanks like that are a little more tougher than they expect because it's a much tougher roll cage to deal with. That's why you have a really hard time getting in those corners, because you need to be able to have the corners turn.
Gonna call high now. All clear. Got one inside. Hold your line. Got one inside. Clear down low.
Well, I mean, at least from the biggest point. That's why you don't expect it to happen on a daily basis. That's why.
Outside.
It's hard to control the car when you're coming into those turns. The late dirt model is trickier than you expect it to be because you want to cut into those turns tight and you want to get acceleration right out of the turn. That's why you kind of have to really watch for the corners though. That's why you gotta really have to pay attention. And if you had to come out of that corner like that, that's when you start realizing you're in trouble.
You're all clear up top. Inside.
And that's just.
Car outside now.
Oh, I hated to go that way. That actually was not. That was not.
It's a PS2 emulator. We're using PS4 controllers on a PC.
Are we using the PS2?
Hey, she's not last. Crap. Allison, you're getting positions. Go. I'm going.
I definitely am. I'm really excited just to kind of see what it's like. Now I really haven't got to the race mode where this is going to be a start of a season. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to actually start the truck series. Let's go over to the Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series. And this is really one of the best cars I've ever driven. And today, I believe I'm going to be driving the Ford truck of, I believe, alright, let's see if we go with Matt Crafton. He's actually got one of the best trucks on the roster. And there was a this is a bigger this is one of the bigger This truck series, this is actually going to be one of the things. So we're going to be starting off the Nextra G Energy 250 at Daytona. So good luck. Everybody's been kind of wondering what I wanted to do. So right now we're going to be doing the race at Daytona, Florida. And excuse me about that. If anybody wonders what it's like to be a NASCAR driver, hey, these are what the Spartans have to use to check. And we're going to start with, I don't know if we're going to do practice on that or not. I don't know. I think we're going to go to the next session. Let's go ahead and start qualifying. I thought about practice.
Go, go, go.
Let's get this race start. Let's get this qualifying started with Matt Crafton in the truck. The 88 Menards Ford, the World Armor Ford. It's the Menards Ford F-150. And let's see how he does. These graphics are so neat, though. You can really find better graphics. Let's find out how this goes on the Daytona track. The sound is great. I'm not gonna lie. It's intensifying. That's why you kind of have to go for those corners. And today, if you haven't had to check it out, don't forget to push the subscribe button onto my YouTube channel, and of course, leave a comment down below. Like it, share it with anybody who loves playing games. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing from your guys' info later on this week. The winner will be announced later on this week, and I'm actually going to try to set up the other YouTube on, I believe, maybe this weekend, maybe next week, before 4th of July. I think it's during the 4th of July weekend, and I'll probably get that started, hopefully, within the next couple weeks. And so far, we're down at the stretch here at 49. We're going to hit 49.7, 02. Our goal is to try to maybe go faster than that. I think this truck is really fast. And we're right now hitting we're going to do 2 laps. And let's see how we do. And we are right now in the back though, but I think we're going to try hitting the apex just a little bit more. Here's the apex turn if you actually are looking forward to another start. If you have any questions about this NASCAR Heat 5, definitely do check it out. I've raced like a couple of times where I've kind of lost maybe a ground battle. I've been left maybe a couple of times. I've only been like down 2 laps, and I was going to finish the race though, but I definitely did not get a chance. We're right now doing the Daytona truck qualifying runs. This is the 2nd lap. This is the last one that's going to probably do better. And we'll see if it's going to be any better. And yes, it will. So I qualified the top 10. That was perfect. That was actually decent. I really liked it. So we're going to be sitting at the top of the board. We're going to be in the top 10, waiting to start the race. Grant Eminger will take the pole spot away, and I believe that's what we are going to do. And if you haven't yet, I mean, this is going to be the Daytona Speedway, and we're going to have the pre-race inspection, really. You know, we'll see how the girls will do in this run. Most of the women will probably race against it, but we're now going to get started here for the run. And we're ready to rock and roll, and let's get this party started. 20 laps of this race is going to be good. But right now I'm going to have to pull some draft shots. I'm excited. Now we're going into the... Now we're coming onto the inside. Definitely, I'm pretty excited. Oh, and we're going 3 wide down the stretch. All right, I'm 3 wide down the middle. There's 3 wide. And I got a little bit of a full draft right behind me.
You're all clear on the bottom.
There's a little bit of a contact in the front, but that is definitely.
Careful, still there.
We're going to start with the 20-lap stage race. Eminger has the lead. We got a little bit of truck battle between these guys. And we're sticking side by side. We're already like 2 truck lights away. And we're just a little bit away. And I'm actually going to bump draft one of the other guys, it's Spencer Boyd on the bottom here. And he and I will take the slingshot from here. He's got the lead, so we're right now. I'm going to try to do a little slingshot. And here we go. Down the bottom here, and we just took the lead. Yeehaw! Now everybody's going to enter down into turn 3. I got the lead right here. We already have Spencer Boyd. He's going to be our draft partner in the back. If he wants to have a draft behind us, that is absolutely fine. We're definitely looking for some draft partners to come up tag behind us as we begin the second lap as we complete lap 3 with 18 laps to go. I have definitely been pretty surprised. The graphics are looking good, so we're right now getting about 10, maybe 10 or 11 spots in this race. So we gained about 9 spots in this race. So we gained about 9 coming out of the turn, and we are the leaders right now. And right now, we're expecting a big crowd out of that turn, but 32 trucks, it looks really good. We're just already right now ahead of the pack going into lap 4. We're really looking forward. This will be the first stage. This is going to be multiple right now, and we're actually coming up on lap 4 of 20, so we're about 17 laps to go. 17 or 16, I don't know yet. If you haven't checked it out yet, I'm right now close to the wall. And we're right now getting ready to enter turns 3 and 4. Speed right now is over 180 miles an hour. And right now we're gaining a little more momentum as we had been expected. We already have Spencer Boyd behind us. We already have like the rest of the leaders behind us. So we got about 16 laps to go. Oh, everybody's wondering why we're right now kind of going into this race here. Right now, we are the leader here. We have Grant Eminger in 3rd. He's trying now to keep up the pace. Sheldon Creed's going to try to move up on Jordan Anderson in the back. So right now, we got Eminger. Oh, Anderson just took 3rd away from Eminger. And we're right now tagging along with the rest of the leaders. And right now we got about 15 laps to go. This is going to be really, really tight. We already have Spencer Boyd coming behind us. And he's going to hover tag with us a little bit as we begin to start turn 3. Coming down to the apex, that's where you get most of that draft net. That drafty air coming out of the corners like that. That's when you start getting the push you need to be able to kind of get yourself moving. 14 laps to go. We're really looking forward to another start. And right now we have Spencer Boyd in the back. And Sheldon Creek in 5th. Oh, we got Spencer Boyd coming on the outside. He's waiting. He's wanting to get past. And now we got Jordan Anderson coming up on right beside him. This is kind of one of those draft shots. And we'll have 13 laps to go here in a little while. Coming up on this one. But yeah, if you're actually looking at those drivers in the back, that's when you start realizing you're not in any panic mode. You're just hyper concentrating on the way. This is stage 1. I really like how it's going to be a good start to stage 1. And right now, Spencer Boyd's got a little bit of a better advantage too. I got a little more advantage in the turns. And I really don't know how we're actually going to get to the turns yet, but it has definitely been something we want to look forward to. And we are about, after lap 9, this will be 12 laps to go, coming into the first stage of the stage 1. Stage 1 is going to be pretty good. We do expect a lot more. This will be a competition caution after the checker. And for right now, graphics are good. And we're just coming out of turn 2 into the back straightaway. Spencer Boyd's catching up with us. We're already ahead. We're already ahead of the leaders. Now coming into turn 3 and 4, we're leading the leaders down the stretch. All 32 trucks, and this is a much better battle than I anticipated. And if you haven't had the chance to check it out, definitely this will be a really good opportunity to look into it. That's when you start realizing right now we have 11 laps to go. And this track is so intense. I gotta say, I love how it's done with the track. And we still got about 10 laps to go in this race before 10 laps to go left in stage 1. This is going to be a most exciting match to get fresh tires. We're right now moving into 10, and we're already moving into the 10 laps. Lap 11 to 20, so yep, that's 10 to go. It does usually show us a lot. We're getting ready to come back into turns 1 and 2, leading the rest of the patch of the field. This has been what I call a battle here. I already, however, got to lead most of the laps here, with Evanger having to do what he had to do. And I just led most of the laps here in stage 1. Greg Evanger just led one. Spencer Boyd didn't get to lead, but I was the only lead. So Greg Evanger and I were the only ones that were able to lead the laps. And Evanger's already like 2.8 seconds back, and he is looking a little more anxious. And right now we're already coming into the corner. We're already at like 9 laps to go. Stage 1 is almost complete, so we're about really close. Oh, he was coming. He's coming. He's coming in hot. He's coming in quick. I had not expected him to be that close enough, but I mean, he's got the other guy behind him, and it's not looking promising to me, but I'm definitely going to stick with them. If they want to ball drag me, that's absolutely perfect. I don't care if I come in first or not. I'm still holding on for as much as I can. I had to watch for the turns there because they're going to be coming in, like really ducking in. And you can tell they're trying everything they can to get past me, and they can't right now because I could cover most of the lane right there. This is 8 to go. This one will be 7 laps to go in this one. I don't know how I'm going to really hold up, but it looks good. It looks fantastic. Just doing the turns right here, you can tell I had to adjust. And I'm really pulling a good one. This will be 6 laps to go coming up on the next stripe. Next time by, but look at him having to pull. He's just trying to get around, and I can't let him. I didn't allow him because he can't get around me because he knows I got a good truck. All right, so it's Jordan Anderson coming to the rescue. He's coming to the rescue just to help me out a little bit. I got 5 laps. I got 6 laps to go. No problems here. I did lead most of stage 1, and we're going to try to stay between the top 5 all the way to the top 20 and see how this goes. This is really kind of more of a pull right here. I kind of start to pull away a little bit, and that's where you start. When you start, however, noticing this is where the truck begins to start keep moving on forward, and it's not an easy task to actually handle because you actually don't want to see a driver like that. And 5 laps to go. We're already moving into the 5 laps of this final 5 laps of stage 1. I gotta stay concentrated a little bit. I got them right. They're right on top. I gotta cover a little bit of ground, but it looks like he's gonna try to do a slingshot. They can't get around me. I've already got both lanes covered a little bit more than I anticipated. And I'm already, however, keeping my lane secured. And we're just down to 4 laps to go. I definitely am going to try to hold on as best I can for stage 1. If I can hold them up a little bit more longer, that is where it gets really intense. They're coming to the back straight over to turn 1. They're going to try to high side again. High to middle side. This is the middle row side of the corner, and they did not get a chance to get past. They're coming up to the wall. I'm already, however, way far ahead. I'm already pulling ahead. They may be, however, getting close to the gap, but they're not close to me yet. I've had a couple close calls, but right now we're down to 3 to go. Next flag is going to be 2 more. There's going to be about 3 more laps here. And let's see what the tire's going to be like. It's going to be a really, really tight schedule race. Right now, we're down to just 3 laps to go. If I can hold them up for at least a couple more laps too, I'd be actually pretty happy. Oh, they can't really get past me now because they know how good I am. They know I'm covering ground on this one because I covered most of the back, and they can't get around me. They're already right behind my bumper. They can't seem to get by me. So 2 laps to go. I gotta hold them up for another couple laps.
Clear high, bud.
Clear high. They were trying to, however, come to the bottom. They were trying to, however, cut in, but they're, however, staying with me. And right now, this is one of the greatest things I like about the trucks, though, because I mean you get better draft And right now, we're already cutting down to the corner. And now we got a bit of the group that's actually split. The draft partners have already split. Now we're coming down to the one lap to go. This is the final lap, and we're just about to enter this one for the white flag, and here we go. Stage 1 is about almost complete. We're already completing stage 1 coming up. I did lead most of the laps here in this race. And right now, we're going to try getting back into... But Spencer Boyd did pretty well. I was able to help him a little bit, and I got the extra push I needed. And I believe 18 laps. I'm probably going to get fuel and tires. Maybe just 2 tires, but I might get 4. And then here comes the stripe. Here I come down the corner, and I get to finish stage 1 first in this one. There we go.
Way to go, driver.
And now we're going to go ahead and pit. Stage 1, however, goes to the race. And that's what we're looking at. Right now, we already ended stage 1. Caution's already out. Competition caution. That was the stage 1 caution flag. So hey, we're ready to go. And we're getting ready to hit here. But, alright, so it looks like we're going to go ahead.
Almost ready.
And we already made the run here, and
You're clear.
we're coming up to stage 2. We're ready to go. And so far we just got the restart. We're on the stage 2 start. We're on the start of stage 2. And we're already moving pretty quick. Hey, he's back at it again. He's going to try to golf draft me a little bit and try to get past. And right now, if you're actually looking at it, you can see where I'm actually going at the turn. He's trying to overcut down here, but I can't let him because he can't pass me. But he could try to pass me if he wants to, but I'm just not giving. I won't let him. This is stage 2 of the Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series here in Daytona. And I did lead most of the laps in this race, so we're gonna do stage 2. We did, however, finish stage 1 with a bang on that. That was for sure. And we're already coming down to the apron. And if you hadn't seen much of that yet, that's where it comes into play. And right now, we're really looking forward to doing this race. Oh, we got the race is on, and the yellow flag has come out. All right, we are going back to green flag here in just a minute, or here in just a second. We're about ready.
Green flag, green flag. You got room. You're clear.
12 laps remaining in stage 2. All the F-150s are going to move. Grant Eminger will. He was the pole sitter, and now I just took his lead away right there. I'm in the Ford F-150 here in the Menards. So he's going to try to bulk draft a little bit. And we're already picking up speed right here. Once you get bulk drafted right there, he'll be your drag partner to give you an opportunity to get the speed you need. And right now, so we got like 3 trucks moving away. 11 laps to go. We're going to do 10 to go coming up. And if you haven't checked this out yet, I really would say you can tell I had to do a little wobble. I had to cut him off a little bit. Zane Smith, he's coming down in the corner, and he's the one behind me. Grant Eminger, he's in 4th. Austin Hill 3rd. Jordan Anderson 5th. I'm still in the lead here on lap 8. Going to lap 8. 10 to go.
10 laps to go.
We already got enough to cover for fuel. Car stats looks really good, and we're really moving. And if you hadn't really checked it out yet, that's where it comes down to the wire. I've been really looking forward to it. This is a bigger track, and I got a little more of an advantage right now. And we got about 9 laps to go. The start-finish line actually will be 9 to go. And we're already way ahead of the pack. We got a better advantage coming up the turn. But we did start in 10. We're already moving up into that spot. We did pretty good. I really am not going to lie, that was a beautiful play. Most of the time I'm not going to lie, this is a really good truck. And we're right now motoring along, and we're just sailing along. We got about 8 laps to go. I think we can hold them off, and this is a really good part. Stage 2 will be just 17 laps. The first stage was like 20. And now we have Grant Eminger, who's in 2nd. He's got 2 other trucks, maybe 3 behind him. And he's the 4th truck. In 2nd spot, he's looking good. I don't know really what's going to happen. Well, right now, if he starts closing the gap a little bit, that might happen. And we're already at, I think we're about to go to 7 laps to go this time by. And we have 30 laps. Estimated fuel is for 30 laps. We'll fill her up again. The tires look good. We already have her hit to the point. We probably won't need tires. It's going to be a tough spot for us to hit, but we're going to 6 laps to go at this next stripe. And we have, we actually don't have Eminger in the front. He's actually in the 4th spot. With Spencer Boyd in 2nd, Austin Hill in 3rd, with Grant Eminger in 4th, and Jordan Anderson still in 5th. It's anybody's race. then after that, we've got a little bit of ways to go. I think we're doing good. And it looks like that is where that is where I think we have to enter the turns. And people have never told me, I was definitely looking forward to coming into the turn.
5 more laps.
Oh, I hit that. That was heavy, heavy impact.
Car low now. Car high. Careful. Car outside. Hold your line. Got a car low now. Hold your line. Got one outside. Clear high, bud.
It's not bad.
Stay high up
We
here.
could still.
High lane clear.
Pulling that. Oh, that was a good move. That's okay. I did overlead most of the race. Now it's time for anybody to go. With 4 laps to go. My tires look pretty good. I'm not going to complain. That was a really tough.
Still there.
Now I got to catch up with Spencer Boyd, and he's right now in first. I'm already in second place.
Stay on the bottom. All right, clear outside.
And I don't know. I mean, that's hard. And you can tell there's more gaps, I think, to the room. And now let's see if we can get the slingshot. I don't think we're going to do that yet. I think we're going to have to wait until we get past.
Careful, still there.
Alright, I got past.
All right, you're clear.
3 to go. And I believe I think we only had 1 caution. That was the second caution, I think, of the day. And I honestly could say there's many people wonder why I probably got better experience at the race like this than I do at other tracks. Well, first off, I mean, I am a NASCAR fan by heart. And I know how tight it can be to drive those cars around like that. A racetrack really can be so tricky to actually handle. It's the aerodynamics that really causes the issue. Alright, so we got 2 to go. I think we can hold off for 1 more lap after this. And then 25 laps on estimated fuel. Laps on fuel like that, that's going to be good. I know, someone's going to try to get on the bottom shortly, but I'm not letting it. If they can't get past me. We got a Ford, Chevy, Toyota in the race. The white flag is drawn. We are about to finish. We're already about to finish first again. So Spencer Boyd did lead a lap. Austin Hill, I thought he did lead a lap, but I don't know if he did or not. And let's see if that's Austin Hill behind. Yes, it is. He's in the Toyota. And we're going to try holding him off for stage 2. It looks really good. Nobody, however, could cut. Nobody was able to, however, get past me as much. And then there comes the final turn into the back, and I take stage 2 for the win.
Took that stage. Great
Two stage wins in a row. And we're gonna go ahead and get that done here. And that's where we're gonna actually end up doing is, for 1 second, that's gonna be our qualified time actually, and we'll be getting ready to start stage 3. I don't know yet. And I'll be starting in the second spot from the right. And it just, and we're right now just kind of wondering what it's like. Get ready to make this race.
Coming to the green, driver.
I had a lot of practice, and we're going into stage 3. But we're about to finish this one with the 30 some laps to go, or 57. And this is going to be the biggest one of the race, and we're at 100 laps. And we're ready to go. Spencer Boyd does take the lead, but I finally have to figure out why. This race was kind of a intensifying match. And he really, I don't know, this is kind of a bigger situation. That's why you don't. Coming into the corner like that, actually you start realizing you have to race at your own kind of risk, and don't try to make any bad mistakes. You do have to make those mistakes that can cost you a little bit of the race. So that's why you have to kind of do everything you can to try to get back in this race and try to be able to maybe make up lost time. Oh, here comes. And he really looked to maybe going in the new.
You got room. You're clear.
And most times I really had to. And right now you gotta admit, this is kind of a thing where people have asked me how I do this race, how I really have gotten in NASCAR. Well, it was simple. Years ago when I was really little, I got to be able to watch my first NASCAR race in 1997. And all that did was just create some time and effort to learn why I love NASCAR racing and loved watching it. It's my buddy and I were really big NASCAR fans. We really never got to watch it a lot, and that's why people didn't get a chance to see as much as I had over the years. And right now, we're moving into the final run. There was 2 stages. I think we were just about to finish out. I don't know really yet, but that's going to be.
Yellow's down.
Oh, we got a yellow, and I think we should be definitely good. And I think we're good.
Coming to the green, driver.
So right now we're going to be going to the green flag in just a minute. And we're right now moving along with back on the track here, and it's gonna be a rough battle right here. And I got to face against Toyota and Chevy because I'm a Ford guy. And most people don't ever see me racing against these guys. They don't know I have to because it really how it does. And that's why you kind of start wondering. It's where you gotta really have to go for the rubbernecking. That's when you start kind of slamming the door. That's why you have to really be careful. As you're coming down the turns like that, that's when it starts getting really ugly in a minute. And I don't know. This is something I really don't get to do very often because I learned how to play for fun. I wanted to be able to compete in tournaments. And honestly, I play different sports games. I really have a love playing this kind of race. it's more interesting when you're actually in a NASCAR race. It's more fun to watch these guys ever making I mean, big wrecks are not a big deal. You have to really kind of wonder what's the most dangerous kind of thing you have to deal with as you're a NASCAR driver. You have to think safety, and there's many other reasons why I like watching this race for a long time. And I honestly wouldn't have doubted any other way, because people, nobody would want to take this very seriously, because if they wanted to maybe work their way, and if you want to find out how to get involved in this NASCAR heat, you can get any console that works with it. Controls are still the same, a little more different from the different with PS4s and Xbox. PlayStation has really kind of stepped up their game. So has Xbox. Because if you have like a PS5, then yes, you could actually definitely do that. If you look on the Twitch, I'll probably do a Twitch video later on this week. Maybe either this week or next week. I'll do a game of, I believe, NHL 21, and maybe some games like MX vs. AP All Out. But I honestly can tell you there's a lot to understand when I would honestly have to tell you that being a NASCAR fan, it's fun, but it takes risks and rewards. That's why it's been one of the risky races of all time, and that's why you don't see that happen very often on a racetrack like I did. And that's why you kind of have a tendency to joining the point. And everybody, however, asks me why I do it. And I think, well, my friend will probably join me here. I'll join them in the end. And it's not because I couldn't ever do it. There was a lot of reasons why not many people have told me to join that group, for many reasons. It's because I never played games for the fun of it. I'm actually thought about doing game design, game testing, and game developing as the time unfolds. I honestly wouldn't mind, but I will try to do a Cash App, PayPal. If you want to give donation or whatever, any donation could be small, could be big. It doesn't matter. If you guys want to have a chat sometime, I got Discord. I do Instagram sometimes. I'll probably join on live. And I'll try to do some videos here on, I think on Instagram, but I'll probably do some YouTube videos later on. Probably in the near future, but as for most of us, we really can't really thank everybody enough for what they do. I honestly would say there's a lot going on. I can't complain. There was so much to do. There was yet something you can't go wrong without. Without ever saying thank you to all the men and women. This is why it becomes a patriotic sport. NASCAR was always something special. And there's many reasons why I prefer NASCAR over football. Because football, I mean, if you ever get to watch those videos on there, I definitely would say that's a reconciliation at the time, and that's why you don't see that. And it's because nobody deserves to ever take a knee during the national anthem. That's not patriotic. I don't know. I mean, it's not worth it. It's not like worth arguing over something stupid. I mean, I really wouldn't have a want to do it because I just honestly I wouldn't want to be doing something like that to disrespect my country. Now, taking a knee in prayer, yes, I would love that. But kneeling for the national anthem, that's not how we do it. You know, racism is not acceptable at the time. That's why you kind of have to really be very careful what you ought to say on there. Anything can be used against YouTube, and that's why I do what I love. And I tend to love the country I love even, and that's why people don't need to be disrespected no matter what color, region, sex, nothing like that. It's not supposed to be that way. Everybody's made equally and imaginably wonderfully made. That's why you kind of have tendency to make those kinds of decisions. That's why I don't want to discriminate against someone like that. That's why I've been kind of working as a different kind of job. And for many reasons, that's why I've taken into consideration why I did not want to do this kind of job. It's because, you know, I love doing this kind of work, and that's why you don't hear me complain as much. That's why I have been working really hard, just trying to get things done. And it just pays the bills. It does. I mean, honestly, if you or someone you know who is dealing with mental health issues, I kind of had a lot on my mind. That's why haven't been on Twitch or YouTube quite a bit yet. Ever since I lost a really good friend of mine, it was really tough. I kind of had a bad feeling. I mean, feel free to comment below if you want to. What the video is all about, and see what you guys think. It's really, really neat. And I don't disagree. You know, I honestly would say people would love to see me, you know, become a better example in life. That's why people would tend to say, oh, you have a speak for like a politician test this time. No. Being a politics would never ever end up in my role on here on YouTube as much. That's why you don't hear politics as much, because all it causes you more issues, more dilemma, all that sort of stuff. I mean, sure, I mean, we're gonna deal with that every day, and I honestly would say I care, and that's why you kind of don't. You don't really ever hear me ever complain about it too much, do you? Because I don't ever expect to be treated like a bad person in the world. I call myself a sports fan 07. And that's why people like me just tend to how to make better choices and make better options. That's why you don't see me ever looking at, you know, excessive things or what this world has to offer, and that's why you have to understand why I had to grow in a different family, and that's why it's been hard. It was very much likely. That's why you don't see me ever continue to take this wrong decision. It was, I really don't, I don't get involved in like politics as much. The main reason why is because it could cause more stress, more rights to go through, and that's why you have to really, and that's why you don't, you know, say anything about politics on here, because it's whatever. I mean, I know it gives the freedom, I know it violates everything, but, you know, I honestly would say there's There's a lot of things that could go on instantly, and that's why I don't do it on a regular basis. That's why I kind of haven't had much access to the point. That's why you don't hear me ever like screaming, like ranting on or anything, nothing. And that's why people see things in me that really don't make sense. Because I honestly would say it can be disruptive, it can be disrespectful sometimes. That's why I don't do stuff like that to anybody else, you know. If somebody wanted to act stupid at me, yeah, I mean, you could still act like one. And that's why it's a hard battle to many people are struggling with depression, suicide, because I got like good friends I got some really good friends who really want to maybe be a better example, who want to try to help others in need. And it wouldn't be just me, because I always do this kind of thing all the time, because depression hurts morals, and that's why it's become more and more deceptive. It's deceiving, that's what makes it. Because I'd rather see people with love, kindness, forgiveness. I mean, honestly, this is and I wonder, because I wonder how people are going to react to so many things of this world. That's why you don't hear it. And it just so happens that's why you don't see me go, you know, upsetting about stuff that really doesn't matter. Honestly, and that's why I don't discuss politics about it very often. And it stinks. And because there's why it really haven't hurts in so many levels. That's why you can't, you know, that's why people get so angry at things like this in a mere minute. Because when they open their big mouth, that's when they want to have to say something that's stupid, then that's their fault, not ours. And it's because, I mean, all because of one race, one color, because of color of skin, doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Honestly, I mean, I love NASCAR racing since I was little. When I first started ever watching NASCAR, I would love to maybe go to NASCAR races as much as I need to, as I would like to, but there's always one thing about NASCAR that really surprised me. You can't use the restroom until like maybe come to a red flag. Probably maybe during a red flag and after the race. That's what makes it so hard to be in it for like a long period of time. That's why it becomes expendable and flexible enough. I don't know. I mean, I would love to do that, but that would probably take a long time to do it. We've been on this track for like, I don't know, hours on end. And that's why it's kind of a... And that's never an idea where I want to have to see somebody like that go through a time like this. There's so much to do on a regular basis. That's why but in honor of that, I can't imagine why people's race are always being so upset about it, because it's so ridiculous. I mean, they're gonna act dumber than we expected because, well, it's not fun anymore. It isn't. That's why it's kind of what's ruining it is because the pandemic was one. You had like more people who actually go with better chances of that having to be successful at it. Then yes, I would say go with what your gut has to say and give it everything you can, and don't hold back. It's not.
Hold your line, got one outside. Clear high, bud.
And that's why you kind of have people, you know, telling you, oh, you couldn't ever do all this like stuff. Oh, yeah, yes.
Got one inside. All right, you're clear. Car outside. Hold your line.
And that's why you kind of have a tendency to really work hard. You know, you have to kind of keep yourself at a distance at this point. And that's why, you know, people want to take you serious. They do. And if you did, I mean, of course, that's why you kind of have to really
Yellow's out. Anchor down.
But anyways. And that's why you kind of have to really be willing to go for the going to room in this lap. I mean, yes, absolutely.
One's ready.
You just can't expect it to be perfect. I mean, you gotta. And that's why you don't want to beat yourself at something that you're going to expect later on in the future. And there's a lot of people who say, oh, you couldn't have do this or you couldn't do that. That's not true. You know, take a look at Bubba Walls for example. If you ever haven't watched NASCAR live, you certainly haven't had the opportunity yet. You certainly don't want to act like a buffoon and jerk, and just try to not act like someone who doesn't know anything, because it becomes your worst nightmare, and that's why you kind of have, and there's more people to where they can say things they want to say. And that's not
all clear.
And it's because not everybody's gonna holler kick the same way we do because they think different. I mean, they think different. That's why it was so hard to make better decisions. And life can be just as crucial, and that's why you don't expect it to have consequences. Well, you would. I mean, there's so many things you can't do that on a regular basis. That's why you have to really conserve yourself. You have to show yourself a lot of love and a lot of character. That's why you can't make stupid choices, or you can't make wrong choices or make stupid mistakes. That's what causes more chaos and everything. And it's honestly going to be more than I realized, because I love doing this I love doing video games. It kind of helps relieve stress. And it really keeps me busy because not everybody's gonna like it. I mean, you have to make every single thing count, because a lot of people ever tell me, why not? you become like a better example than others have to. And that's why you don't hear me ever asking why. Because I'm a good person. I got a disability myself. And I drive too. Sure, I mean, am I going to make mistakes? Yes. Do you think I'm going to be perfect? No. And honestly, NASCAR is something special. And it's because nobody wants to be able to take it more serious than anybody else I've known in years. Because you want to be able to kind of find yourself at the top of the list where people accept you for who you are. Not just because of the skin color, nothing. And it doesn't, you know, make any difference. I honestly would tell you there's more people to ask me having an understanding, well, for the most part. And if people don't like how on my YouTube channel, I get that. I would post like different kinds of videos of good stuff, not the bad ones. I mean, I don't give a darn, I mean, really. But if everybody wants to have like, a little mean and nasty sometimes, I understand. Because people tend to see me as, well, I live in the country and in the city. Am I going to have growing pains? Yes. And that's when you start realizing, you know, you don't expect it to be perfect. Because people would want to see me succeed and nobody else can have received better than I would, because I love to watch NASCAR a lot because everybody has different opinions, and I do. And that's why you kind of have to really pull things to a level, and that's why you kind of have to really be willing to take risks. Sometimes it's a gamble, but it's not the end of the world. That's why you don't see me getting angry over something that isn't even right. And there's just one thing that kind of got me on my mind. I love people who really want to hear good stories about it. And that's why, you know, people want to see me become a great online gamer. I honestly would say I would. Because continuing to support, you know, communities like that, I've done this for like, well, I've done video games a lot. I work, I do games sometimes, I'll do different kinds of sports. I mean, what more could have I asked for? You know, nothing. I would have never been in this kind of position if I wasn't the person who I thought I was today. Because acting like a lunatic sometimes, sure, I mean, I get frustrated, angry sometimes, yeah. There's a lot of people who tell me I may not be good at things I shouldn't be able to do, but I can prove people wrong. I learned a few tricks up my sleeve. That's why I learned to become an understanding individual with a disability. Because am I going to have to make mistakes and struggle? Yes. Absolutely. I mean, this is a bigger challenge. And for anybody who has a disability, thinking they can't do things, well, I prove them wrong. People with disabilities, they have any ability that would help them become somebody they're not. Just because you're disabled doesn't mean you get to have a dream. You can't make a dream a reality. for me, I honestly would love to do things I would never have had to accomplish. And now look at that point now. I honestly would say, and it's people who don't believe me, I get it. It's a very promising attribute, and stories are going to come to life. They do. Because I honestly would love to see it becomes your worst nightmare. But if people tend to have a wonder why I do it, and they're not smart enough to make this decision, because once you're in that stage of the rage, or the race or whatever against the clock, you gotta, however, make split-second decisions, and it is. There's a reason I don't do it as much, because I honestly love to do this kind of thing where I learned how to become more of a racer. And that's why people want to see me succeed in any kind of job. And that's what brought me here. Doing some schooling, I actually would love that, because if I had to put a lot of effort into it, it would keep to the point where I had to make better decisions. And that's why people who tell me, oh, you couldn't do this or you couldn't do that, well, I prove them wrong. And it's not just because I couldn't do it. But making those decisions really can become quite a challenge. And people don't see that as an ability to do something you don't want to do. And it's because nobody can take it seriously. They don't. Because I learned how to live off the grid and still make a living. Excuse me. And I love doing it because I love doing the job I do. It's rough. But I gotta admit, many people like us who just don't want to quit, that's showing them they're remorseful or remorse and putting a lot of effort into things like that. So with people with disabilities who want to play video games for a living, absolutely. I mean, this is a great time. You can learn something. You can compete in like tournaments though, and I honestly would say follow your heart. Follow those dreams where it can go. And honestly, I mean, if you ever can achieve something like this, then yes, you can do it. I honestly would say I love to do this kind of stuff, but I have to admit, I have tried everything to make a better living as a living kind of sacrificial point. That's what it really means. To make the ultimate sacrifice. That's why you don't hear me. I mean, I am grateful for what I have to do. And a job I get to ever learn something new. And if people haven't seen me about it, I mean, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you can. Click under the link below, and I'll send you the PayPal, the Cash App, and I believe I'll set up a GoFundMe event, a GoFundMe fundraiser. I wanted to get this back to the community here. It's for covering expenses. It really has. Times have been a little rough, and I honestly could tell you there's a lot going on. That's why you don't hear me asking for much. I don't do a lot of crazy things, but it can be a small or a big donation. It doesn't matter. Food and water. I mean, traveling can be a lot. I mean, I honestly would say I'll make more videos hopefully this year. Probably in the near future too, but I'm hopefully going to be able to do that as much as I can, and that's why I kind of been, honestly, I could never have done it, and for any reason, there's a lot to deal with. Everybody wants to kind of learn how to become a real contribute. If you're like a super race fan, definitely, I would love to look forward to hearing you. And if you have any questions, my email, right on the description below here. You can reach me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook sometimes, but don't ask for ever like money on Facebook, because if you ever do anything like that, you can certainly get recorded on YouTube usually. I love this kind of thing, but I honestly would say it's a tough thing. There's many people like us who just want to do this for the fun. Absolutely, I love it. I honestly can't complain enough. I can't thank everybody enough for what they do. But once I get to some supporters out here and some subscribers, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel, if you hit the bell icon and never miss a video. I'll do more videos hopefully in the future. Probably whenever I'm going to do it, I'm probably going to start using some setups, and I'll probably get that more likely. And I'm probably going to need some help with that. If you can give me some helpful tips on how to set up YouTube videos on my phone or anything like that, that absolutely would be great. I would love to share your thoughts and your stories and what you do. And honestly, it's an honest thing. That's why you don't hear me complain. Right now we got about 8 laps to go. This is gonna be 6 to go. Now this will be 5 to go. And honestly, I love it. You can tell this is it's a close race. Now we got all 3 Fords working together. And it's amazing how you can learn. And it's not just because I couldn't do it. Honestly, I would have loved it just as much. And honestly, I would love to see more things happen. And we'll probably call this for the night, and I'm probably going to have a call tonight after this race. And then I'll probably do some more maybe next weekend on before the 4th of July, or right around the 4th of July weekend. So that's my hope. So we got about 4 to go. 4 laps remaining. We are really looking forward to hearing about a couple things. I'd like to thank especially you guys for being out here. I wanted to thank especially the guys out here who've done so much, and I wouldn't however be here today doing a kind of a couple of YouTube videos, but we'll probably finish this one at the mark. And I honestly could say thank you guys for being here. after that, we'll kind of talk a little bit about a couple things, and we'll kind of get that squared away. Hopefully, we can make a better change. And honestly, this is like for real fun. I like it. This is a season mode where I like NASCAR Heat 5, and it becomes your worst nightmare too, and honestly. And that's just me. That's why you kind of have people tell me about it a lot, because if you haven't had the chance to look at it yet, now would be a good time to. Oh, sorry, my neck's a little sore. Get a chance to be able to look on the YouTube videos. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd like to get as many likes as possible. And as many subscribers as possible. Share it with your family and friends and the kids out here. This is definitely something I gotta really be proud of. And I'm excited to announce that I'll be hearing about what Nasher and King Lime really has been really busy with all the fixings and everything. I honestly would say there's a reason why, and it's rough, it's strong, it's kind of one of those things. So we got about one more lap to go, and this will be the final part of this race. And we are just coming down to the stretch.
Last, get your boss.
And it just, you know, I love to do it for fun. If you want to leave a comment down on my YouTube channel, that would be fabulous. I've done a few videos here and there. I really didn't get a chance, but you can always view them. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have to. Anything would really help to sponsor the YouTube channels, and I'll probably, if you want to follow Tasman31, subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's got a few of those on there. Kids be aware, there is a little bit of language, so kind of watch out for that. So I definitely would say this is a fun time.
Good job, driver. Winner in that checkered flag.
But yeah, that's how I do the burnouts. That's how you do burnouts. Or donuts, whichever one you want to do. So that is definitely, this is one of the best burnouts I've done, donut-wise. There's what we like to see. Who here likes burnouts and donuts? I know I do. This is how you gotta do some donuts. Now that's how you do it. That is how you do a burnout. So that's gonna about do it for tonight. I'll probably definitely will be calling it a night. And here's the victory. I loved it. Starting in the top 10 really how it became something. And if you hadn't had to check that, that was beautiful. I mean, lap 2 was really good. I had to stick really right on up that way, coming off to the track, and it was just it was beautiful. And I honestly would say that's why you love watching the NASCAR races like that. And it's presented by Fantech. So yeah, you're definitely looking at this. And stage 2 was really one of the toughest on. I think this was one of the toughest. I really however tried to stay like ahead of the pack though. It was tough though. It's a clean race, no crazy wrecks or nothing. I mean, this was nothing. I mean, this was just beautiful. And I loved how I had to win stage 2. I don't know. This was the final stage of the race, and or this was the final laps of this race. And that's how you kind of had to really battle up front. And honestly, it was a tough race. And that was it. That was it. And that was just something. There's the truck. Completing that, I really hadn't had to check about it. And, I hadn't really checked a lot lately since, I don't know, the last couple days. I hadn't been like myself lately since I've been kind of dealing with some things right now. After a pass of one of my friends had just passed away, I think 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks ago. So, anyways, the Nextra Energy 250 hour in Daytona was presented by Nextra. So we love it. I gotta love how this race goes, and what can I say? Yeah, that was it. Scoring some points out of that. You couldn't even, I led, like, most laps have led quite a bit, and honestly, I like the guy who really finished fourth. Yes. Spencer Boyd, oh my gosh, he did not do so well. So, that's going to hover about do it for tonight, but if you have any questions about it, I will definitely check it on below. That's going to hover about do it for tonight, but if you have any questions about it, I will definitely check it on below. And see what kind of YouTube videos I'll be doing tomorrow or in the next few days. So, with my partners here tonight, I'm Jordan here. Take care of you guys, and hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. or next week, or in the next few days. And maybe if we get pretty lucky, I'll do some other videos of other sports and other games to follow. As of now, I think we can just don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon button down below next to the subscribe. Click the bell icon, and of course, like and comment down below what your thoughts on that race was. And hopefully, we'll see you guys again soon. Have a good night, guys. I will see you all, I believe, tomorrow. And have a good night, guys.